Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome back to my channel. I've just had the pigmentation completely removed from the backs of my hands, and as you could probably see from the thumbnail of this video, the results are insane. So if you'd like to see exactly what I did, then just keep watching. It's safe to say I'm never going to have particularly youthful hands. In fact, even when I was young, I don't remember my hands looking particularly youthful. They've always been really bony and I've had prominent veins always, and this tends to make them look a little probably more aged than they actually are. So I went and visited Kelly at the skin department and basically just wanted some advice in terms of what I could do to get rid of the pigmentation. So she suggested a course of IPL treatments, and that's exactly what I did. Because I'd never had this treatment before, I decided to document the whole process so that you guys can see exactly what it's all about and whether it's something that you think is worth investing in. All up, this treatment was $250 here in New Zealand, which I think is really good value for money, especially given that I got such insanely good results. Anyway, let's get started and I'll show you what happened on day one. So basically it's like any other IPL treatment. If you've had IPL on your face, you'll know what it's like. It's not overly pleasant, but it's not excruciating. I have to say, getting IPL on my hands was sorer for me than getting it on my face, and I think that's mainly because I had a lot of pigmentation there, which means that the more pigmentation you have, the more energy that's created, which potentially makes it a little bit more sensitive. I've also got really bony hands and not much padding either, so it was slightly uncomfortable for me, but fortunately it was over really quickly. And as you can see here, the results were super dramatic, and over the course of that first sort of couple of hours post-treatment, the pigmentation got darker and darker, and my hands definitely felt a little bit swollen. They felt like they'd had a bad sunburn. Now day two was probably almost worse than day one, because I woke up and my hands definitely felt sore and swollen and really tender to touch. They definitely felt like they had been badly sunburned, and yeah, I suppose it's fairly shocking to see, but in a strange sort of way I was actually really excited, because I knew that with IPL, once it gets really dark, it then sort of gets all crunchy and flakes off and you're left with really lovely clear skin underneath. So while my hands were sore and they looked pretty unsightly, I knew that I was actually going to get a really good result. So by day three, the swelling had gone down, the soreness and sensitivity on the backs of my hands had really improved, and yeah, this was the stage where they just looked really nasty. By day four, I could actually start seeing that the pigmentation was starting to crust off in little patches, and yeah, you have to be really careful not to pick at it. You don't want it to fall off any faster than it's naturally meant to come off, but yeah, I could see this little glimpses of really fresh, lovely looking skin underneath, and yeah, it was kind of heartening. When I got to day 8, they really started to flake away, and I was making sure that I was really conscious of putting loads and loads of sunscreen on, because the skin underneath, you could tell, was just like baby skin, so I was really paranoid it was going to burn and I'd end up back at square one. But yeah, it was quite exciting seeing the little bits of, or glimpses of, fresh skin underneath. And as you can see here, the results speak for themselves. This is what my hands look like now on the right, and what I started with on day one on the left. I'm so thrilled with the result, and I think in fact I've enjoyed getting my hands done more so even than my face, and I probably put that down to the fact that I see my hands all day every day and I hardly ever look at my face. So I think regularly seeing my hands looking clear and pigmentation free and just getting rid of that sun damage has been a real game changer for me. And now the mission is to make sure that I keep reapplying sunscreen on them all day, every day, rain, hail or shine, to try and prevent that pigmentation coming back. Now, I'm under no illusion that I will be able to keep it at bay forever, but I feel like I've got a fresh start and I can certainly do what I can now with sunscreen and protecting my hands from the sun to avoid getting new pigmentation. Anyway, that's it for today. If you have any questions on this process or the treatment and what I experienced, please just pop them in the comments below and I will make sure that I answer all of your questions. And if you enjoyed these sorts of videos, I would love you to give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel for more. I upload videos every week on fashion, beauty, minimalism, and much more. So I would love you to subscribe and join in on the fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.